Giants fans. Janoris Jenkins out. Sterling Shepard in.
That's good news.
We're 1-6. Out. And you're watching True Blue Review. Rich.
Yo.
We're back, baby. We're back. No, I'm just talking about us, not the Giants. We're back. We got 9 games left in this season. It's week 8, and we're getting ready to play the 5-2 Rams. Wow. I kind of missed them over the weekend.
Going into week 9.
Did I say? Oh yeah, we're going into week 9.
Week 9. I mean, technically, it's we just got done with week 8.
Yeah. No, we're going into week 9. I missed watching the Giants this weekend, though.
Yeah, me too.
I really did. I miss my team.
Yeah.
So now I get to watch them play the Rams, and then I'll hate them again. Wow, the Rams. Goodness gracious. I know we've been doing a little bit of research on them outside of what we normally see.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have a good defense this year, but I realized they're going to have such a good offense.
Yeah.
You know, coming in.
Their offense is something else. Jared Goff being the head cog on the offense, and having a good year.
Yeah.
Having a good year. This is his second year.
I believe it's his second year, yeah.
Okay. And Sean McVay seems to have him dialed in pretty well. The whole offense, for that matter.
That guy is impressive.
There was I pulled up a few things in reference to Jared Goff. First of all, completion percentage of 60% roughly. Quarterback rating in 90.3. He's taken 10 sacks.
That's good.
His rushing, even not a lot of attempts. 13 attempts. They did have a bye week this past week.
Yeah.
So they're going into their 8th game as well, 5-2. 13 attempts, 45 yards, 3.5 yards an attempt, and 22 yards his longest rush with 1 touchdown. But he seems like a pretty solid guy. He's really turning into a good quarterback from everything we can see.
Yeah. And they got a great running game.
Yeah, that they do. Todd Gurley seems to be their main man as far as rushing goes.
Yeah, he's good. Plus, he can catch the ball. He's nasty.
Yeah,
and it's funny because when in his rookie season he was phenomenal.
Yeah,
and then last year he kind of had a down year, but this year he's bounced back.
Yeah, and you speaking of receiving in reference to Todd Gurley, he's actually leading the team or tied with Robert Woods with 27 receptions, 293 yards at 10.9 yards a catch. His longest being 53 yards. Of course, that could be runs after too, yardage after.
Yeah, it is.
But
he gets a lot of yards after the catch.
Yeah.
If he's the type of guy who gets an open space, he's hard because he's big. But he reminds me of Jamal Charles. If you've ever watched him play, he's that type of back.
Right. In reference to the defensive side of things, I was actually looking over turnover ratios and stuff, and they're at 0 on turnover ratio, but 9 interceptions this year on defense, and 23 sacks. Wow.
Yeah, that's what's awesome is their line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I was, if maybe equally or even more impressed with Sean McVay again bringing his name back up. 31 years old.
Incredible.
Spent the majority of his NFL career on the Redskins. He knows the Giants well. Mm-hmm. Although I don't know he even expected what we have this year. But they're not really hurting as far as injuries go. We are. Yeah. And I think he's going to do everything he can to exploit that, obviously.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
So, but yeah, started with the Redskins in 2010 as tight ends coach, and worked his way into offensive coordinator. And this year, first year, with the Rams.
He's an impressive guy. What can I say?
Yeah,
I mean, at that age,
31. What?
I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, Rams are scoring more points than any other team in the league. Average.
Roughly 30 points a game, if I'm not mistaken.
A little more than 30 points a game.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and he's the offensive play caller, coach.
Yeah.
McVay. He's the offensive coordinator, basically. So he's dialed in.
Stat I like to look at, which I think is an important stat offensively, is that third down conversion percentage. They're leading the league in that as well at almost 49% on third downs.
That's awesome. And I think I was looking at that.
Right.
Their away percentage.
Yeah, exactly. Let me hand that over to you real quick.
When they play away, you see that?
Yeah.
52.
Right.
52.63.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And in their last game, they were 70%. I mean, they played the Cardinals. They just put the beat down on them. But to be 50% on third down conversions is good. But it looks like as time is progressing, they're getting better.
Yeah,
they've been really good the last 3 games.
Oh no. Let's see where that goes.
Trending up.
Yeah, Giants are, well, let's see, at home, their third down conversion percentage is a whopping 28%.
Yeah.
So
they just don't.
There's no comparison.
They're always in third and long because of the rushing game.
Yeah.
You know, and now because of the receiving core, when you're in third and long, and I mean, you look at it on paper, you think they're in third and long a lot. Rams seem like the type of team that takes advantage of that.
Exactly.
And is able to get some sacks. I don't know. I mean, the way it looks like that they're gonna wipe their ass.
I know. So
they're licking their chops. I'm glad Shepard's back. I'm thinking Shepard's going to have a really great game.
Well, yeah. So let's talk about the Giants now. I mean, there isn't really anything more you can say about the Rams. They've at this point all the positives are on their side except home field advantage. But
they're definitely a team on the rise.
Yeah.
You know, and this is this season, but now next season, the season after, once McVay has coached for 3 years.
Yeah.
They look like they're a team on the rise.
Yeah,
you know?
Certainly. What can we expect out of the Giants? Let's go offensively.
Obviously, you hope they can get their rushing game going.
Yeah, certainly.
I think we've said that every single week.
Yeah,
that's what you really hope for. Finally, they got it going one game. That's the game they won.
Yeah, how about that Broncos game?
Man, I could talk about that all year, man.
Yeah, really.
We're going to keep on talking about that game.
Exactly. We expect Darkwa to be back there along with our rookie. Gallman, thank you. Wayne Gallman. And Evan Ingram, he's going to get a lot of work, but at least he has a little help.
Him and Shepard.
Sterling Shepard.
Get a lot of work.
Yeah, certainly. Well, at least we know one thing with Shepard, we can hit him downfield a little bit.
I'll say this, that the Rams front four, obviously, you know, they're against the rush, they're stellar, but against the passing game, they can be had.
Yeah.
You know, they can be had in the passing game. So I hope Eli's got his quick release game going on.
Yeah. I was watching some of the film on them, and there are some holes that you can pick from, and it, depending on how we use our receivers, and I think it's really imperative, as it is almost every week because of our offensive line, that Eli doesn't hold the ball too long. And he's got to get rid of the ball as quickly as possible, or he's hitting, or, I can't even imagine how many times he's going to hit the deck if these guys have 23 sacks.
They got to win a home game this year.
That'd be nice.
They got to win a home game.
Yeah.
I hope they've sat over on the, on these bye week and just
Right.
schemed and schemed and schemed and came up with something brilliant. You know, but
Well, the thing that's disturbing, and maybe it's just one character, that in Jackrabbit, is I thought that they would kind of have everybody be on the same page with this, and then Numbskull doesn't show up for work, and now here he is, and quite honestly, probably one of the bigger producers, definitely heavily responsible for the Broncos win, was Janoris Jenkins. And here he is sitting out now. It's hard to blame McNoodle, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe you could have just taken his lunch away.
if a guy doesn't follow the rules, you got.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
I think it's probably
God,
probably a pretty standard. Hey, if you don't show up to practice,
you don't play.
You know, you're not playing. And
Yeah.
he didn't show up, didn't call. I think about this thing that happened with Houston. I'm wondering, did this, talking about with the guy talking down to Houston, the owner.
Oh yeah.
And everybody was all up in arms about that. I wonder if this was a little bit of a political statement by Jenkins or something. We don't know what it was.
I don't know. Well, I do know his birthday was on Sunday and he didn't show up
Probably
on Monday.
got fucked up.
Yeah,
This is my
exactly.
guess.
He jackrabbited right down the hole. That's what he did.
Probably.
So,
I wouldn't be surprised for 1 second.
Right.
So
I'm not really sure where we go with this as far as this team is in this weekend. I mean, it may be a total surprise.
you know what? We just need to play the game.
Well,
We need to play the game and talk about it next week.
yeah, exactly. Let's say hypothetically we win. Let's say we pull another rabbit out of our ass.
I'll be very excited.
Yeah. Is it possible if we won the rest of the games and we went 10-6, does 10-6 in the NFC East make the playoffs?
I think so.
But that ain't going to happen.
I mean, that shit would be miraculous.
Yeah,
that would be the greatest story in the history. One of the greatest stories in the history of NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
So
To win 9 straight to get into the playoffs.
it's nice to hope.
Well,
It's nice to be a fan.
we still have a mathematical chance.
It's nice to be a fan.
As long as the abacus works, keep using it, right? With that in mind, do you have anything else in closing?
I'm picking the Giants.
Yeah. You might win some money. You never know.
I'm not saying I'm gonna bet money,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Folks, we want to thank you for joining us today. This is going to be one of the shortest ones you're going to see. But let's see how things go, okay?
Our first take.
Yeah.
Awesome. Boom.
Trying to keep it under 10 minutes. We might have got there this time for the first time all season. We want to thank you for joining us. And thanks to Tin Cannon. And thanks to Big Blue Nova. Thanks to Sabrina and Julie. Any shout outs?
Go Giants.
Giants.
I should always shout out my brother.
Yeah.
Because I love him. I hardly ever see him.
Cool.
I always miss him. He doesn't know, but I always miss him.
All right. And what's his name?
I wish he lived close.
Yeah.
Or maybe they probably all wish I lived up in New York.
All right.
So we could hang out on the weekends and watch the Giants lose. It'd be awesome.
Josh, bring us some more watchers, all right? And check us out on Facebook as well. We'll get that thing rocking and rolling here soon. So have a good one. We're out.
Thanks, guys.